Mega Man 2 is officially over right now. Like, that was it. That was Mega Man 2. Now starts the let's rush and finish this game so we can get it out portion. Everything I say is based on my own opinions and experience. I'm not speaking for the public, and my feedback should be treated as such. You are watching Nico Evaluates. With 25 years of experience on Mega Man games, 7 years of doing the No Miss Buster Only challenge, and countless Snupster Races, as well as being the QA tester for Mega Man Unlimited, I'm here to tell you my honest opinion on different Mega Man games, so sit tight and learn. Password system, we all love it. Became a staple after this game. Yes, I know. A good invention. So let's use it. Got all of our bots down, so let's go to Wily. And oh boy, here is where our problem starts. Welcome back to Nico Evaluates Mega Man 2. The first Wily stage is actually pretty good. But in my opinion, the game ends on this stage. After this stage, the creativity dies. It completely shits the bed. So enjoy our time on this stage while we have it. Also one of the most iconic songs of the game, or any Mega Man game, but I just don't like it that much. Again, come at me, but I just don't like this music that much. Mega Man 4's music is so much better than this. Even Mega Man 3's music, or Mega Man 6's music is better than this, in my opinion, of course. But here is where the Metal Blade actually makes sense. Because if you wanna kill these peepees like this, you could also use the air shooter, but the Metal Blade works here very well. Of course it works everywhere very well, but well, almost everywhere. Where it doesn't, the quick boomerang will. But on that spot it actually makes sense. So here we can choose between using items 1, 2 or 3. I just don't like item 3, because this is what oftentimes happens, to me anyway. I like to launch it and then it's not very practical. It should go up when you stand on it. It should not go up on its own. And when you jump on it, it goes down. Like suddenly it goes down. It makes no sense at all. Why is it suddenly going down when it wasn't going down when I wasn't on it? It's so ass backwards of an item, I just don't like it. I prefer using the other ones. Like, why not just go up when you stand on it? Or why do we even have it? It's not... Where item 3 comes in handy in like one spot in this entire game, and it's at the end of this stretch here. But you could still use item 1 for it, because item 3, in my opinion, is just a pile of shit. It's not good. And you could skip all of this, just use item 2 and fly over all of this, but we're not gonna do that. We're gonna use our weapons, because we have them. What a nice thing, we actually have weapons here, so we can take care of these enemies without harming ourselves. That actually works pretty goddamn well. If they don't spawn the worms, it actually works well. But if they do, oh, you're in a heap of trouble, because the little worms, they can take like 10 bubbles. Like it's just too many. Like, you made a mistake if you let the little ice cream cone shoot. That's your first mistake. And of course, that little enemy is not on the same level, so you're gonna have to use something else here. And the quick boomerang actually works fantastically well here. In any case, we've already seen how the weapons don't make any sense in this game, and we could talk about them till the sun sets. Look at how difficult it is even with the Buster to kill this thing. That I understand. Some enemies should be like this. So of course, you'd rather use a weapon. Is the neighbor fucking drilling? I'll fucking kill them. Of course you could freeze these. But now we ran out. And we're still gonna get hit, almost. So there are in fact a couple of things you can do with these things, but it's not always the most logical way. God damn. And if you use flash there, you can see how it's irritating now to fight that off, because it's still there. Would have been easier to just kill it. But I do like these designs on the stage itself. Very nice colors and love that little balcony there. Well, it looks very nice. But again, the most common sense weapon that you would use does absolutely nothing here. Unless you're smarter than the game. Which, if we're talking about the average player, is probably not gonna do that. So my criticism stays on that regard. So here you can use item 1. At least I think so. Yes, you can. Let's think about this. If we want that 1-up, what weapon would be the best? The metal blade, of course. What does the crash bomb? Like, no. Like, the crash bomb would also be a very nice weapon to use here. Imagine it just exploding that whole pack of enemies. Like, that would make so much sense. Imagine any other Mega Man game where there are explosive weapons and how much damage they do. But in this game it just does nothing. Of course, Leaf Shield works as well. That was not the first thing on my list. But hey, apparently, oops. Apparently that works. Let me make absolutely sure here. Oh, that's phenomenal. Not the first weapon I would have tried there. But again, the weapons don't kind of make any sense. They're just there to be used randomly, how the game wants you to use them. And the air shooter is good on this regard, because you can actually kill the Joes, but you can't shoot them when they are shielded. Why not? You're hitting its legs. And you can even, like there, all 3 of them hit, and he didn't die. It takes like 4 hits. Why not 3? Why 4? Why not 3? Fuck, you can't see my heart rate. Let me fix that. You still can't see it. Yeah, it's cool. Like here, I've seen a lot of people use this weapon here, but again, why do you have to shoot multiple times? I think it already hit 4 times. And now all of them went through. It makes no sense at all. At least to me. You could also probably use the metal blade there, but you can always use it. So this enemy is quite near us already. So we just have to be fast and know that's there, or... Of course, air shooter does nothing. So why do you even place that enemy there? Why do you place the enemy there if the air shooter doesn't work on it? But apparently it scrolls off, so none of that matters. So again, situation ruined. Or the idea was ruined to use any weapon there. Just skip the enemy. What does it matter? This has always been a bit of a tight maneuver to make. It's a good challenge in my opinion, it's fun. I do approve of that message. This reminds me of this part in Mega Man Unlimited where you're on the Tri-Nitro stage on the last stretch and the one giant PP comes after you. It's kind of like, here's some pressure, boy. It's nice, I like that. Now what I don't like here is, like this whole thing is so cool. Mega Dragon is pretty fun. But here, suddenly the pace changes, on the middle there. So you have to know that's coming, otherwise you'll probably drop in the pit, because the momentum completely cuts off. It's hard to explain, but if you... Excuse me? Yep. Fucking smoke break. It's probably safe to assume it's the weapon code. Let's assume it's the weapon code. Let's go back. God damn. This is actually what I always hated. This should not be this tight. If you want to skip this enemy, because it certainly looks like you can, but you can barely make that, and nothing against the game here, but I really would have preferred if this part was easier. I don't know why. That's just my banter. I really don't have an explanation why I don't like that spot. Maybe because it's made to look... Maybe it's because it's made to look like you can actually make it, but it's so precise you can barely. So I hate the little tricking the player parts. It's not my forte. Oh yeah, we don't even need the codes anymore. We have all of the weapons, I forgot. Alright, that solves that problem. But the weakness of Mega Dragon is the quick boomerang, but the Buster does almost exactly what the quick boomerang does. So, again, I would have made quick boomerang induce more damage. Because let's check what the damage values are. So 1, and now Mega Dragon is alright. So that was just a glitch on the code. So both quick boomerang and the Buster do 1 damage. But quick boomerang is supposed to be the weakness of this? Or am I completely... have I always been wrong? Why does it do 1 damage? Let's make sure of it right now, because I'm not that pro on Mega Man 2, I don't know all about this game. Yeah, that works. But because of the little bug this fight has, it's not... I wouldn't use that over the quick boomerang. But as it so turns out... really, the weakness does 1 point of damage. I never thought about this. Shit. A typical Mega Man... like, I think that's a bug. Like, the way he fires more of those firebolts, that has got to be a bug. Like, he makes so many, like, short bursts. It doesn't look like it was decided and planned that way. It looks like a glitch. And it probably is a glitch, because, let's face it, why would they make it so that Mega Dragon fires like 10 fireballs on top of each other? And now we ran out of item 1, so we have to farm. There's one other problem. Quote, problem with the game. Time to fucking farm. So now, right now, we have the issue of using our weapon energy on the stages, but it's not an issue if you just use the metal blade. Because it drains no goddamn weapon energy. So your best bet, again, is the metal blade. So really, most of this game's issues evolve around the bad weapons, and just one good weapon. It's so out of balance, and if one weapon is overpowered and the rest are underpowered, how does that make a good game? Sure, some people think this is a fun game. I'm not gonna strip that away from them. You can enjoy this game as much as you want to, I just don't see the appeal. But it's also because this was not my childhood game. I can see the true face under the mask. I can see what this game really is. And it's not that good.
But Nico, you're comparing it to other games.
Oh fucking course I'm comparing it to the other games. There's 5 other Mega Man games on the NES. And only 5 is worse than this. In my opinion, anyway. Because that's even more broken than this. You can just use the Charge Buster. You don't ever have to equip any weapon. Exactly the same mistake they did in this game, but a different problem. Mega Man 6 is better than this. It actually fucking is. If Mega Man 6 didn't have the jump mechanic problem, in which it denies your jump, it would have been actually one of the best Mega Man games on the NES, no doubt about it. But, well, the weapons suck too. Let's concentrate on Mega Man 2, shall we? Problem with this fight. You just spam quick boomerang, and that's the fight. Your iframes completely get ignored. He just fires through you, as you can see there. His fireballs just completely ignore you. And you have a huge knockback because of the lag if you do get hit. So, nothing else to mention about that fight really, it's just a bit of a broken... And here starts the shit show! Mega Man 2 is officially over right now. Like, that was it, that was Mega Man 2. Now starts the let's rush and finish this game so we can get it out portion.